Alright, good morning, guys. I'm going to be doing a little introduction here to our daily challenges. And again, if you don't know, if you're new, you hit H to bring that up, and you get this window. You just go to the daily challenges here. We need to be doing daily challenges. Basically, they will help you give you the CP, which I'll show you here. These are your contribution points, your CP. You can use those to buy things from the Guildmaster, so they're good for you, and then they're also good for the guild because they help both with the deactivation here, and they're helping us get technology points, which are going to increase. Like right now, we're trying to increase stuff for this witch, which will increase our tinctures, brews, decoctions, and stuff. The inn for food, and then the smith for our reinforcement, which will help the smiths like Felgen and myself for reinforcing items. So we have better items, better armor and weapons. So basically, it's good that everyone does at least the basic amount of these. And you'll see here, this is the maximum you get is 12. See, 0, 12. I haven't really done much today. And then you'll see these different chests. These will give you more contribution points at each one. They will also give you bonuses to the solid deactivation, as well as giving us technology points. So these chests, these big ones, are the ones you want to be aiming for. These first two are very easy to get, even if you are very busy. If you just log on for 20 minutes, you can get these two very easily. Getting this one takes a little bit more time, and getting this big one will take a lot of time if you want to get the big one, regardless of which ones you pick. But I know guys like Ben and I think Felgen even, I think they pretty much even get the big one because they play this enough. For myself, I will always get at least 2. I typically aim for 3. The third one, which is where you get 8. That's the one I usually aim for. And then if I really have time to do a lot of activities, I go for the big one because it also gives you the master equipment reinforcement, which is really, really nice. In addition to each one of these ones, actually you see the rewards are even bigger as you get higher up. So the bigger ones you get, it'll give you more contribution points. It'll give you more of the deactivation points as well as the technology points. So let me get back to this and let me show you the different ones we have. We have defeated enemy players. This is only for when you basically kill them. Whenever you do damage and that player dies, you get points. You get 1 point for everyone who dies whenever you've done damage to them or killed them. Next, we have captured flags. It's very basic. If you capture enemy locations. Upgraded buildings. This is whenever you upgrade any buildings in the allied locations. Gathering just logs. Hunting rare animals. Notice they have to be at least level 50 or above. That's a good place if you go to the hunting grounds for that. For the wood logs, it's just basically go to any of the wood locations, or you can just travel around the map gathering wood. Generating bastion points. This is whenever you donate anything to the bastion at any locations. If you don't know what the bastion is, you have to go to the little table at the location, and then at the top there will be a little button that says bastion, and you go to there. And you can donate armor, you can donate food, you can donate weapons. Note that this is a little thing that a lot of us didn't know when we played. Felgen figured this out, is that a really good way to upgrade if you want to also upgrade, here I'll show you or cooking and herbalism. If you want to upgrade this and you want to get it higher, which you will because you want to be able to make better food, one of the easiest ways to do it is to generate food or alcohol to the bastion. And what you can do is you can easily make a lot of alcohol very easily, and then just donate it to the bastion. And if you donate enough to get top, this will easily get you a lot of points if you just keep donating to different bastions around the allied points. Grown plants. This is just growing plants, growing and cultivating your own plants. Make sure it only counts as if it's still under the protection limit, which is 30 minutes. So if you just leave it be and then come back a long time afterwards and you gather it, you won't get the points for it. Objects destroyed with siege engine, pretty self-explanatory. Sorcerer's Tower, that's whenever you do the Sorcerer Tower events around the map. Mount Rise, this is just riding a horse. Although I would say I would not recommend this unless you're trying to upgrade your horse or you just want to just ride your horse around in circles, because it takes a while to upgrade it. I should say it'd be fast if you're just riding around, if you're being very active and you're riding all over the place. But otherwise you have to just ride around. World events, as it says, if you complete any of those events. So if you like doing a lot of those group events, then by all means use that. Earn mentor points. That's only if there's someone in your group who is a low level, and who you'll get mentor points from that. So I wouldn't recommend using that too much unless there's a lot of new players that you're fighting with in a group and you're often with them. Arena duels. So if you're doing arena duels and you want to do that one. Siege engines brought by the walls. So that just means if you're near the walls. I've never actually used this one. I don't know how long it takes to bring it up, but if you bring this siege engines near the walls, I guess you're going to get points. You can always try that one. Blocked with a shield. I know other guys use this one. Let me point out one thing. This one, as well as the enemy nations, those are good if there are a lot of players playing and you're playing a lot of PvP. Currently, I would say it's not as good to use those. And this is obviously this is only used if you're using a shield. I know of a guy who told me he always uses that one and the killing the nation players, but he's on EU where they always have a lot of action. With us, we have a lot of action now, but the problem is that Izmir usually has so many guys, you don't get as many kills, and when we fight Sagmar, they don't bring many guys on. That's been lately. If it changes, before I've done it and I've got many points from this one. That's when we had big battles. So I only tend to do that one. I did it again last night because I thought we had a big battle from them. And usually you can get a lot from a big battle. But unless you're having big battles with lots of people, you won't get that many from it. Same thing with this. And this would only be if you want to use a shield. So if you're using a shield and you're in a battle, you will get a lot of points from it though. And actually that should go up pretty fast. I've never tried that one, but now I look at it, you might be able to get a lot because it's the amount of damage you block during a siege event. So you might be able to get that up pretty fast actually. Heal points are healed. This is very good if you're a medic. Let's use that one. Buildings set on fire if you like to set things on fire. I think that's kind of a waste myself. Sabotage, so that's if you'd like to do the sabotage events. Those are specialty events around the game. Dice games played, this is very easy. You can even just go to the innkeeper to play it, but it takes a while if I remember correctly. I haven't really played dice games much. Loot points, this is again if you loot a lot. I never use that one because I don't really loot very much actually. I concentrate on fighting. Again, this is for kills and deaths. Oh, that's interesting. So anytime you're in areas and you kill or get killed, I haven't tried that one before. The guild storehouse. So every guild has a storehouse, as we do, and you can actually break into enemy guilds' storehouses and loot them. So if you want to do that, you can use that one. And killed cargo champions. That is around the map. I put that up in the Discord. If you want to see where they're located, you can go ahead and kill them around the map, and they have value items. I haven't done that too much, to be honest, but you can try those. So let me tell you the ways now. Some easy ways to get a lot. So I would say the easiest ways, in my opinion, if we're just saying easiest, I would say you have mining, wood logs, hunting rare animals, and growing plants. Those are the easiest. You just keep doing them, and you can actually get a lot. If you do it manually, you can get those. Like I said, my go-to is if I don't have a lot of time, for whatever reason I was busy the day and I just came on for 20 minutes, I do mining and good wood logs. I just go to a couple locations, I just gather everything there. It takes like 15-20 minutes, and you will have 2 from each one, and then that's 4. That at least gets you up to here. So even if you have no time, you can do that. If you're going to, you want to gather rare animals, the best place to go is to go to the hunting spot. However, people like the hunting spot. So unless you go during a time where people are not on, you might have competition to get the rare animals. You can also use that for giants. So if you want to go giant hunting around, or for giants, or for any, even you could go for the dark hounds around the map, although I wouldn't recommend that. And then, let's see, the other ones I won't go through too much. Let me just go through some combinations though. It's good to set up a combination. For example, there are certain combinations that work really well. For example, let's you want to do upgraded buildings. Notice that will take a lot of resources to do. You don't have to do a lot of logs, but what you could do, for example, is you could say gathering wood logs is one of them. You go gather a lot of wood logs, and then you upgraded buildings. And you could use those wood logs to upgrade the buildings. Notice though that some of them at the higher levels though, I think they now need the finished wood, which means you have to finish the wood first. But if you were to say, if you want to do if you like gathering wood and upgrading, you could go both of these every day and just keep gathering wood and then also finishing them and then using it to upgrade the buildings, and you could get a lot of points that way. Another one that would work well is for example, if you want to do growing plants and generating bastion points. You could grow a lot of wheat, for instance, and then that could be used to make a lot of wheat beer, pour wheat beer, and wheat beer, and then generate it to the bastions. So that way you're doing both of those. Are there any other ones that are really good? Let me see. I think those are the two that are really good in combination. But yeah, find ones that you like that work for you, because we really need to be doing these fairly regularly because they help with the guild. So if you can try to get these done, on a daily basis or on a fairly daily basis, daily would be best. Again, even if you don't have much time, you can just go on and do a couple. My go-to are these two because I can do them AFK. These are the two activities you can do AFK, so I can just leave my computer on while I'm busy with stuff. That's why you probably see me on often. I am AFK. And I'm doing these two. And so just find things that work well for you and that you can do and you can get done, and that will help the guild, and it will also help yourself, because then you get the contribution points here and you can use those to buy stuff that you want at the Guildmaster. Alright, I hope that was helpful for everybody, and I will see you guys in battle.